We in Minnesota now. We in Minnesota now. If y'all didn't hear this, man, let me put y'all on something real quick. Let's listen to this real quick.
Yeah, we in Minnesota now. Like I said after the media, all right, cool. We got to come back to our house now. I only seen them at their house.
My son, Karl Anthony Towns. If you didn't know who was talking there, it was Karl Anthony Towns. The Minnesota Timberwolves were up about 17 at that point. He was mic'd up, and he was saying that we in Minnesota now. I ain't see him here, man. They not here to play. So Minnesota came out strong, man. They punched them real fast. It was like 8-0, called the timeout real quick, try to regroup. But they came out, floodgates open. They were up 20 early. Then the Grizzlies kind of got something going, man. Once again, the Grizzlies are the second best team in the West, right? AKA second best team in the league record-wise. Obviously, that's whatever it is, right? So they're going out here doing their thing, trying to come back. After a game one, they try to come back game two. They did their thing. Now they're trying to come back within the game. So early in the second quarter, it was 47-21. 47-21. They were up 26, right? Memphis did cut the lead. By halftime, they cut it. It was like an 8-point game at half. They didn't make the deficit nothing pretty much. They did their thing. But then Minnesota coming into the second half blew them out again. 54-79 is another graphic. Third quarter, 3 minutes left. They up 25. Easy money, right? Fourth quarter starts, you thinking, yo, Minnesota just needs 12 more minutes. They got this. They got all momentum. They doing their thing. But no. Perseverance, never give up. My dad always tells me this. This was one thing I'll never forget my dad telling me in my life. He always told me life is a game of runs. It's like basketball. He tells me this about life. He tells me one team could heat up and they could come back. He tells me that about our lives, literally. So what that means is one day you're having a bad day, you got to keep pushing. You can make a run. You could do your thing. You never know when the tides shift. You know, that algo, all that, if you play 2K or any kind of sports game, I guess. FIFA has algo. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Every game has algo, more or less. If you don't know what that is, it's just the shift of the ways, man. I'm playing. But you look, great team effort. Great grit and grind. That's the grind house playing in Minnesota. And they ended up winning this game. They went on a 21-0 run. 21-0 run. I think it was a 26-2 run at one point. I don't even know, man. All I know is Desmond Bane took off. This dude hit more threes than Karl Anthony Towns had points. No, I think he had 7 threes. Karl Anthony Towns had 8 points. 2 of them late in the fourth. Didn't even matter at that point, kind of. Well, it was still a game. But no. It turned out not to be a game. We in Minnesota now, Cap. That's what Ja Morant quoted. So Ja Morant just had the first ever playoff triple-double for Grizzlies ever, which is crazy because Marc Gasol played there. Mike Conley, Zebo, like those teams used to be in the playoffs all the time. I assume like Marc Gasol had a triple-double, but no, never. So this was the first ever triple-double for a Grizzly in the playoffs, which is crazy. He actually didn't play well. I felt like in the fourth he was forcing. Shout out to the coach for taking him out, talking to him. I seen that. That's how I coach. Literally, if my main guy, if he's like doing anything wrong, it doesn't matter who you are. Literally, you take him out, you talk to him for a little bit, bring him back in, and you saw a little bit of change. He made the extra passes here and there, and it was just Brandon Clark. Great decision making to let him come in the second half. He doesn't start, but he's basically played the second half. He had a monster game. Literally, look, I don't really like the whole reading things because box scores don't tell the whole story, but he really had a good game. Let me emphasize this, man. He had 20 points, 8 rebounds in 30 minutes, and Cat was in foul trouble late, and maybe took him out of rhythm a little bit, but he still played 33 minutes. It's unacceptable to have 8 points, especially if you only shoot 4 shots. He had 4 field goal attempts. They got to do something different. There's no reason Malik Beasley should shoot 12 shots and Towns only gets 4. There's no reason, like, I don't get it. But Grindhouse, Grizzlies, a lot of people were talking smack about the Grizzlies online. A lot of people. I seen everybody, like, this is the number 2 seed. Hey, no, like, yeah, they are. What a comeback. They came back twice down 26 pretty much. And that's insane, especially in the playoffs on the road. So hopefully they keep building on that in the future. They'll keep taking that as momentum and figure it out, because after game 2, I thought they were back in the series. Game 3, Minnesota smacked them again. But this is going to be a fun series. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it. Now we go to Utah for game 3 in the Dallas Mavericks series. And we know Luka is coming back soon. He's not back in this game. He's coming back soon. But they don't need Luka, man. Jalen Brunson, look. All I'm going to say is I honestly believe this was the best thing that could have happened to this team. They relied way too heavily on Luka. And with him being out, they're learning how to play without him. All these guys are getting confidence. Jalen Brunson literally 31, I think he had yesterday, or 30. Let me double check that as well, just because I want to be right. Yeah, he had 31, 41 the day before, and they end up winning in Utah. Utah's got to figure things out. Donovan had 32, Bogdanovich had 24, but they're taking Gobert out this series more or less. They learned how to break it down. I want to read this, actually. I want to read this. Look at the three-pointers. So we talked about Kleber the night before, but Kleber was 4 or 5 from the three-point line. This guy's like Dirk or something. I don't even know. He's like wearing a Kleber mask, but it's really Dirk like out there. Something like that. So he had 4 threes. You had Green hit 3 threes. Bertans hit 4 threes. Dinwiddie 2 threes. Bullock 3 threes. Finney 2 threes. 18 threes made total as a team. And Jalen Brunson didn't hit a single one of those. 18 threes total. Man, oh man, that is hard to beat. They literally doubled the Jazz in threes. The Jazz hit 9, and they hit 18. Whoo, this team's going to be a problem if Luka comes back and they all like figure stuff out. They're going to be a problem. I hope they all continue playing at this level with Luka in the lineup. I hope Luka doesn't dribble out the ball too much and they start ball watching and it doesn't work the same. I hope they keep this confidence up. And they're up 2-1. I told you, if they beat this team needs to break up, and I still genuinely believe that. The Jazz, this might be the last time we see this team the way it is constructed right now. It might be over for that team. They might have to start over. Man, oh man, what a squad. What a team victory. I'm shocked. Now, the third game was Jokic against the Golden State Warriors. We were talking about how Golden State is a powerhouse, right? We said that they're basically a title contender right now, for real. They just reincarnated, or not reincarnated. They cloned Steph Curry, and now they have 3 of these best shooters in the league. And we saw that yesterday. Steph had 27 off the bench. I love that they're keeping him off the bench. But Jordan Poole with 27 of his own, and Clay had 26. Their death lineup, they have this death lineup, a new one, because they used to have one before. But their new one is insane. With Steph, Poole, Clay, the Splash Brothers in the pool, feel me? Wiggins, and Draymond. I don't know how Draymond's been doing this for years, battling down low and making it happen, but he is. And one thing I want to note is we've been talking so much smack about Jokic. I see it all the time. Everyone's talking about how Jokic this and Jokic that. No, he's playing at an MVP level. Anyone who's on that team, whether it's Giannis, LeBron, Durant in the past, not this Durant, not the Durant we're seeing in this postseason, but any of these guys in the past doing these numbers, and we're talking about how they're MVPs and need help. And we should be doing the same here for Jokic. His team is not healthy. His team is not good. He had 37 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He shot efficiently, he shot effectively. Yeah, we want him to score more, but 37 on 63% shooting, he needs a little bit of help. You can't even blame him on that at all. There's nothing to say besides that he did his job. He did what he had to do. And I'm just sad for him, man. I'm sad. He's going to go out. They're down 3-0 now. Shout out to Golden State for literally, they have a chance to win the West, especially with us knowing that Devin Booker's not going to be playing for a little bit. We'll see how that affects the Suns who play tonight. But tough team to beat. Tough break for. I really wish Jamal Murray was good, man. I wish he could have played because it would have been a little bit more competitive. It would have been a lot more competitive. It would have been a fun matchup. Seeing Jamal versus Poole, Jamal versus Steph, or anything like that. Obviously, Michael Porter Jr. could have been a huge help. But it is what it is. Injuries are part of the game. We have a 3-game slate tonight. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. So make sure you have the noties on. And I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys for all the support. And thank you for doing the most. And playoff basketball is here. Yeah, love it. Let me know what you guys think about Jokic's performance and Jalen Brunson lately. Also want to hear about what you guys think about that first game. Minnesota, man, choke job of the year. That's going to come back to haunt them. They really had that one in the bag. They should have been easily up 2-1 in this series. But it is what it is. In Ja Morant, we believe. He played terrible down the stretch, man. Yo, shout out to his squad. Guys are ballers. I can't wait to see that team grow up, develop, and get even better. And peace.